us, wherever you are watching us from. This is KA Television. I'm the one and only, the only Jewel, Faith Manyonge. In studio with me today, a lovely man, amazing people. We have Glenn here and Wesonga here. I don't want to introduce them. They'll just speak for themselves. Yes.
Yes, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from wherever you're watching us from. I'm the lovely Glenn.
Oh, God.
No, the hosts are saying that they are lovely people in the studio, so I'm the lovely Glenn.
I take that.
Yes, so I don't know what you want me to say, but Eugene Glenn is my name. Kwa streets naitwa MC Glenn 254 because on the side nakwanga MC. Yes.
Yes, that's Mr. Glenn. You've heard from him. Yes, my brother.
He was the lovely Glenn, and I am the lovely Felix. The only lovely man in the house. And good morning from wherever you are watching us from. My name is Felix Wesonga. Seen a street name, but I'm just Felix Wesonga, and I thank God. I'm a worship leader, and also I'm a TV host.
Hey, manze, leo hapa ndani tuko na worship leader. Now this show is called Unspoken Truth, and we're not gonna shy away from talking. You remember ukipewa eviction, ukipeana hiyo eviction. Today we're gonna talk about that. Ukidodge the security patrol. Hey, this is surviving campus exile today. What exactly happened? What exactly feeling did you have? What exactly went wrong? Yes, Glenn.
Disclaimer, I'm born again. Spirit filled, demon chasing, tongue speaking. So whatever you hear from me is what I used to do, not what I'm practicing.
It sounds so dangerous.
Lovely. Yes, today it's gonna be hot, it's gonna be fire. Usiende mbali makrashi na ma-ex. Mkuwe pale, don't forget to tune in. Follow all our social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Usikose yoyote ile hata X sisi tuko pale. Glenn, which campus were you?
Yeah, I was in Moi University.
Ushawahi pigwa exile ama ulipigana? Give us the tea.
Now when I joined Moi University, I was
I want to laugh before you continue.
No, these are the problems of sharing a story preset. No, I joined Moi University in 2018, that is September. And when I joined Moi University, I was this loud human being. So, to answer your question, kama nishaipigwa exile? Yes, like any other campus student. Number 2, kama nishaipiga mtu exile? Yes, like any other campus student.
Campus,
Mtu au watu.
Mafreshers, September imefika. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for kupigwa exile? Am I ready kupigana exile? My brother Felix.
Actually, I have tips.
You have tips. I'm coming back to you.
Mwalimu mwenyewe.
I'm coming back to you.
Okay, mimi I was in Atmos, Kakamega. Joined in 2017. Kupigwa exile, tick nervous like many times. Kupigana na.
Hey, worship leader anasema tu yeye alipigwa lakini hakupigana. Mnakubali, mnakataa, Worship leader. Back to Glenn. Glenn, would just give us those tips on hii kupigana mtu exile na kupigwa ulipigwa na kupigana ulipigana yote pamoja. Me, I want to listen to that. So, yeah.
Let me tell you. So when I was dropped in school, I was dropped by my mom, my dad, and a family friend. Now, tukiwa pale kwa line ya engineering, my dad jokes ananiambia ati, you see that girl? Unaona yule? Sasa ukituleta kama huyo, tutafurahia. Ama kuja nikupeleke uende mkatie. So confidence iliundwa day one. Ukiwa campus.
Father dad confidence,
Actually aliniona nikimuona. So confidence nilipata.
Walionana.
So nikiingia hostel already nisha map the environment. Now, being that for those who have gone to Moi University, our campuses, unapata, the School of Engineering was far away from the rest of the human beings. So nobody knows nani ni first year engineering, nani ni second year, nani third. Juu tunafanana.
Mnatoka compound the same.
Kutoka kwa hiyo compound. Kila mtu
Story yako ni yako.
School of Engineering, kila mtu ako confused. Juu content ni mob, so for year na katu first year, juu confused too. Wanted too much content.
Engineering students from other campuses, do you hear this?
Yeah, for those wenye wanasoma. So tukiingia that hostel, nikapata tuko watu wanaume wanne, mandume wanne. First years watatu na third year mmoja. But third year alikuwa mpole, mnyonge. I think alikuwanga so strong kwa church. But pia sikuwa imeona kienda church.
You just thought.
Wacha tuseme kuna tu watu wazuri.
Asante.
Hawaendani church lakini watu poa. Hawapendi uchafu. So kuingia campus. So what made me to actually, before I was exiled the first time, mimi ndo nilipiga exile. Nilipiga exile the second week of campus.
Second week and you're the fresher.
So mnakumbuka ile dem niliambiwa nitafute? Si babangu alinisaidia kumtafuta.
Let me quit mapema.
Ndio sasa nimtafuta.
Maybe Glenn.
Okay, sikumtafuta. Now I used to. Now this lady introduced me to her hostel. So hostel ya madem. So that time I used to take advantage of the fact that I can sing. So I used to go sing in the hostels I was chana. So I could stay there till late because nilipata around 5 ladies when nilikuwa nimejua. Then one day jokingly nika-invite them, nikamwambia sikuje ututembelee kwa hostel yetu.
Glenn, relax. Huyu dem alikuwa first year, second year, third year, fourth year.
Ni best yangu mimi nimempata kwa campus, alikuwa second year at 2.2. Alikuwa 2.2. So mimi nilimshow no nini ile innocence. Ile unaenda sema umeishi Nairobi, tuseme umeishi Nairobi, then umekutana na mtu unajua kwa barabara na like, but then unaweza kuja kunitembelea. Hauna ni kutembelea tu confirm kama uko na domat.
Hiyo innocence bro.
So mimi nikamuita kuje anitembelee, aone kama mali naishi ni wanyama wanafaa kuishi ama ni mimi nafaa kuishi.
Mnasikia wanyama wanafaa kuishi ama ni mtu anafaa kuishi,
So the lady came. First of all, the lady came to the hostel. Funny enough, mimi ndo nilikuwa na key ya hiyo room. Wengine bado wako wamekata key. So tukaingia kwa room, tukapiga story. Then nikaanza for the first years wenye tulikuwa tunajua na kama first years, nikamwambia cheki gathe wadau, mnaona pia mna maji na mniombe, imeletwa na maji. Imeletwa na maji.
Macho haya nafazia.
Hatuwezi kuwa wengi kwa hii room, wengine itabidi tumeenda. So the men, they were so good, walikuwa wananipenda because when I joined campus ndio nilikuwa nimeanza ku MC. So do nilikuwa nayo. So I used to buy them supper. So wakiniona wavitu walinaona academy hivi.
Bazuri,
Yaani ukalima wanaume wote.
Hadi padia unaweza imagine.
Au thadia hata alikuwa amesota.
Two weeks old in
ukibaya
nama ya kutosha.
Nama ya kutosha, ukibaya chapa yako sawa. So nilibaki na udem. So that was the first exile.
Alright. Si moja ni kadhaa.
Bro, tumeingia kampo.
Then second week.
Hatukuingia kampo day 1 na tukae siku moja alafu to graduate the next day. Tulikuwa na a long time. So I think that was my first unique exile. Na hiyo iliongelelewa sana. You were like, I'm a boys first year. So ilianza ku raise questions. You first year too, second week.
So like
hata hujaanza kufundishwa.
How did people come to know this? Me, I thought hiyo ni affair yenu. Sasa watu walitokea wapi?
Sasa unajua hizi hostels pia they are not built in utopia. They are built, these are doors ziko zinatoshana. Hii ni mlango hapa, then kuna mlango mwingine hapa, then kuna mlango mwingine hapa. Then ukipiga tu exile usiku, hawa majamaa walikuwa narudi alafu wanakaa hapo kwa mlango. ni ma first year wana form.
Eish.
So waende.
Waende.
So first years unapata wamekuja wamekaa hapa, then third year alikuwa anajua mtu from the other side of the house, the other side of the hostel, alikuwa anaenda hiyo side nyingine kupiga story. So walikuwa zile za like, boys amekuja na mamioto. Nasikia tu sura watu wanasema ati hatapunguza.
Interesting, Glenn ni kama anatuambia walls have ears. Only 2 weeks old in campus na ushapiga na exile, and unapiga third year exile. Felix, tell me, how did you used to survive ukipigwa exile? Amesema wale alikuwa anapiga exile walikuwa wanarudi wanakaa kwa mlango wanasikiza. Wewe tuambie.
Actually, in his story, I'm the victim on my story. So, yeah, alipiga na exile. Second week, mimi nilipigwa exile na siku ya 3. So, naambiwa hapa kunaendanga hivi. So, mmetoka unajua the first 2-3 days you guys just moving around, you know. Checking out schools, unaenda kwa hii unatoka, unarudi, unapata kwanza mimi nilitumiwa message ni aje uko wapi, nikamwambia niko kwa gate usikam.
Manze usikam. Na uko 3 days old in age.
So I was like, okay, I need to check out because nasikia stories za kampo manze. So I had to go.
Felix, relax. The hostel you were in, were you the only first year ama kulikuwa na wengine? Watatu. So ule alikuwa anakupiga exile alikuwa first year fresh ama alright. Senior amesema.
So akisema
Huyo
na tukalia hakulala kama
Ule alikuwa broke.
Ule alikuwa actually mimi nasema alitutesa cause me going to check nafika hivi kwa mlango anafungua. Now he had to, you know, make me see what is happening.
So that you get the picture.
Yeah, so that I get the picture.
Kina tawe pia unatoka ushago gani bro?
I'm telling you guys, fire here.
Unadhani ndume na demo akifungana kwa mlango ni intercessor wanapiga?
Na you see hakuniambia mimi, akinitext hakuniambia kuna mtu. No, the message was uko wapi, nikamwambia hata nisharudi nimefika, niko kwa gate, usikuje. So I was like hii ni sikuje ndo gani, acha ni check what is wrong.
Sasa wewe mkubwa amesema, senior amesema, wewe sasa you are curious.
So he was angry because I knocked and anafungua na hasira and then akafungua yote. So I had to see for myself.
So you had to see.
Now it is 6. It is 6 June.
6 p.m.
Manze tuliota baridi. Juu wenzangu alikuwa mmoja alikuwa anaitwa Moses. I remember that guy. Alikuja kufika, you know, he was like mimi nafungua. Alirushiwa bag yake nje. Yeah. So sisi tulikaa tu hapo nje tukatulia makamaliza. Kitu sana.
Sasa nyinyi mmeharibu moment.
So hivyo ndo
you spoil the moment.
Hivyo ndo nikaribishwa.
This is day 3 actually.
Right, day 3 in campus, unaambiwa usikuje, wewe ujue unaenda wapi, you don't know anyone in campus. Which campus were you? Masinde Muliro University here in Kakamega.
So let me give you an additional story. Now is your yangu sasa.
And Glenn is burning here with
now,
tear.
Be reminded, I used to go to hostel ya madem kuimba. So naturally, my first week kuingia kwa hostel ya madem, I realized that ladies were so into me singing because the hallway is iko na echo. There's a way if you sing in a hallway kuna echo, inakusaidia kupeleka huko mbele. So this time niko kwa hostel ya madem, then there's this chile ni mjaka, alikuwa mjaka, then mimi pia ni mjaka. So I'm singing, then they're like, "Hey, yo ni aje?" Go like, "Poa." The book nini come, so I get into their hostel. So the hostel ya madem walikuwa wanaishi watu wawili, unlike zile hostel ya maboys walikuwa wanaishi one. So I used to stay in this hostel because classes hazianza. So nilikuwa nakaa kwa hii hostel ya madem
So that you sing for them.
So you sing. So nimerealize kitu moja na campus, kama ni mwanaume unataka kudishi free food, breakfast, lunch na supper, kuwa na story, then kuwa na talent.
Wanaume mnasikia mapesa.
Wezi lala njaa, wezi na
wase wa talent
wameinama. Mademo wako na dough. Kampo mademo wako na pesa na wako na food, continuous supply of food. So one time nimekaa kwa hiyo room, tunakula tu. We used to do random stories.
Aha.
Una alikuwa first year.
Yes.
Ilikuwa room ya ma first years. Then ikafika usiku. Nikaona wanapika chapo. Siendi. So tulikuwa na hiyo 10 to 10
Aha, yes.
Isikupate kwa hostel ya wasichana hata wewe shwali. Nilipata. So wochi akakuja, akasikia kuna sauti ya mwanaume hapo ndani, akafungua. But nikajificha
kwa closet.
Nilijificha nyuma ya mlango. Kujificha nyuma ya mlango hivi, mama demo akasema ni radio ndo alikuwa anasikia. So huyo wochi alitoka, then ilibidi sasa, unaona sasa udem sasa, mjua I'm not catering any of these chicks.
You're just into you.
I'm just there for the good vibes and each other.
And you're attracting them. You're that magnet, eh?
Ambia yule dem mwingine sasa, hata pia unaona amekaa kwa bedi yangu na anapiga story na mimi.
Mnaelewa
So week 2 ni kwangu. Mwezi kuisha, September kwenda kuisha, tunapiga exile kwa room ya wasichana. Na later nikagundua kumbe hii ya wasichana inakaa to make sense. The ladies were more protected because mawochi walikuwa so strict on us. Ukienda kwa hostel ya madem, ulikuwa unakujua hiyo 10% rule ilikuwa ina apply. But I realized one thing. Mimi niliambia ngana for most of the second years, third years, fourth years of my friends, because I used to nilingia hivi, then first week nikawa class rep. Nikiko class rep sasa leadership inaanza kuku adopt. So when I was adopted by the leadership, I was told one thing: if you want to stay in a ladies hostel the whole night until morning bila kusumbuliwa, kuwa na pesa kwa mfuko. So I used to walk with 500 shillings.
Corruption ilianza kitambo.
Nikutana na uochi kwa nini walkway hapo hivi, ananiambia kijana, mbona kwa 500?
Mnasikia the power of money.
Nataka thermos na kikombe na mwekea kachai kati. Ndio hii chai. Hiyo ni 500.
Aha, the power of money. Money talk.
Yaani jitafutie mahali upewe, ujipatie joto.
Usipigwe na baridi, eh?
Nilikuwa na mpaka 6. So 6 nikitoka, opposite za like, bro, ni ya kiongozi ni aje?
Kiongozi yani jina imeanza, eh?
They used even to help me. Oh God.
The 500, eh? Mnasikia the power of money.
What did
My lovely viewers, mwelekezi wangu ananiambia muda haupo nami, but now Glenn says he used to be a magnet. Magnet ya nini? Kuimba, to attract girls. Maybe before we take a break, Glenn can sing for us.
Hili letwa na maji.
Anasema ililetwa na maji basi.
Let me see. Mwelekezi hajanipatia ngoma ya kuimba, lakini ni sawa. Sasa sijaribu kutaka jump start na ngoma.
Ama tutaendelea kidogo, wapenzi.
I think there's a song that's coming to my head. Yes. Let me sing this song that made me stop going for exiling people and also
being exiled.
Lord, if I find favor in your sight, Lord, please hear my heart's cry. I'm desperately waiting to be where you are. I'll cross the hottest deserts. I'll follow you near and far for your glory. I will do anything just to see you, to behold you as my King for your glory. I will do anything just to see you, to behold you as my King I wanna be where you are.
Eish.
Lovely. Unasikia hiyo sauti ndio ilikuwa inatoa, nyoka pangoni, hata ukisikia hiyo sauti hata wewe.
Saizi ni anointing.
Saizi ni anointing, I'm telling you, this is a packaged house, full house.
Sasa tunafuatwa na Roho
Mtakatifu,
Sio Roho Mtakatifu.
Felix, najua kupigwa exile mara moja, only 3 days old. So maybe you can just give us these tips, wakati ulijua sasa this is campus, watu pigwa exile, what surviving tips did you have? Ilikuwa napeana kama 500, ulikuwa unafanya nini?
Now I'll be very direct, I'm not going to lie. Mimi nilipigwa exile mpaka nika feel like hata tukibreak sitaki kurudi. Because now tukirudi I had to move out because it wasn't working for me. Now it took me time to understand, tulikuwa tunapewa hizi story. Unaambiwa this is how kuna kwanga hivi. Usijali time yako inafika, na unaambiwa wewe usijali time yako itakuja. Time yako ikikuja tutakuondokea. Ama next year ama the other year coming.
Huyu ni worship leader naambiwa sasa time yako ikifika ikiwasili.
So it was so difficult for me, and in most cases unajua we had to complain. Actually I was among the people who used to complain, and ikafika wakati mpaka tukaekewa seminar.
Interesting. Nani uliweka
There was a problem with men moving from their hostels going to the other side, so ikakuwa an issue yenye ilishika mpaka management. So tukaekwa seminar, matusi, memes, nenda aje kwa mwanamke, are you a man? So ndio at least hii story itulie. Kumbe ladies ndio wanakuja sana. So to me haikuwa fiti. Ili nisumbua, given the fact that from before I was this alisema kuna watu wazuri. I wouldn't say I was good, but kulingana venye nilikuwa nimekuzwa, we were strictly Christians who were supposed to practice Christian values everywhere. So I had to keep up my name. I had to keep up the name of my family, because in the same school kulikuwa na some family friends, and they could say everything what happened to me home. So nilikuwa in a very tight space, but again how it's happening, it's hurting me. So ilikuwa ngumu kwangu.
Felix, ilikuwa inakuhata ama ni ya watchdogs wa nyumbani ungefanya chochote?
No. Okay, unajua lazima kuna watu wako na principles zao. There are people who cannot do other things. Now, hata kama ningeamua kufanya, haikuwa ina make sense kwangu, because mimi sijui kama campus kuna mapenzi. It's always something, because hata mademo walikuwa wanaletwa, there was always something.
I think I'm get because during the escapades, mimi nililelewa na Christian mom. Actually in high school I was a worship leader. So what happened when I joined campus? Okay, now the part that I didn't say is that the first week I joined worship in church. But not the problem was if there's this phrase inasema kwamba if you don't have something that you stand for, you will fall for everything. So I was how do you call it? I was a person who goes to church, not somebody who actually believes in biblical, who actually practices biblical principles.
So when kwenda kanisa,
nilikuwa naenda church because it ilikuwa crazy. The whole aspect unapata nilingia campus, kulikuwa nile anticipation. I think when my mom left me, aliniambia church is the way to go, you follow. Ingia kwa kanisa na tusonge hivyo.
Clearly iligonga huko.
Nilijoin church, lakini sasa kuna ile influence ya nje. Now
the influence is so real.
Campus unaletwa everything is brought to the plate.
Now that daddy alikuwa ashasema ule msichana ni asha identify ukasema wewe ni nani.
The problem is not interpretation. Daddy amesema anataka kumlete home uoe. Si umlete kwa hostel shwale. So kulikuwa na the dark side of campus that is presented to you as a student, and also the light side of campus that is also presented to your student.
All
I got
right.
both sides, but because I didn't have something that I was standing for, felt for everything.
Yeah, it was so hard because even to me it was very hard. Let me say 1,000 times I was saying. Because I'll feel like kuna udem tunaongea naye kwa class. Mpaka na feel like sinimuinvite juu najua just wacha tu ni.
Unajua kampa apparently wakata.
Namwambia si ndio kuna plans anakuambia zi. Si utafika hivyo. Tena inafika pahali unamwambia don't come. Just don't come. I have things to do. So it was so tempting because in campus zinaletwanga hivi, it's you to make a choice.
Yes, my lovely viewers, this is surviving campus exile. Remember, if you don't have anything to stand for, you'll fall for everything. We're taking a short break. I'm still the one and only Joel, Faith Manyonge. Don't forget to follow our Facebook channel, our YouTube channel, Instagram, all our social media platforms. We'll be right back.
KATV, Understanding the Mind of God.
Marriage is a scam. And so you've heard from your friends, from your church members, from the community around you. At a time when single parenthood is being celebrated, a time when divorce has become a conversation, even in the church today, something that was not seen in the years before. At a time when economic status of people has changed and others can do without the other, we are asking these questions. Where are the champions of marriage? How do we handle issues in marriage? Is there a way to do a conflict resolution in marriage? Can we have success and a celebrated marriage in our time? Is joy still part of marriage? Ama tunavumiliana? It is because of these questions that we are here and ready to tackle them during this time. Every Thursday at KATV with me, Simon, we are here to look at those issues and to answer and to look at the elephant in the room. Does marriage still work? See you there.
KATV, Understanding the Mind of God.
Wonderful viewers, welcome back to the Unspoken Truth Show. This is KA Television. Mtufuate Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, hizo zote, all social media platforms. We are KA Television. Hey, right inside here, it's fire. Usiende mbali tafadhali. Just stay glued on that screen. Don't even make a step. Glenn, najua ulipiga exile, ukapigana, talanta ilikuwa magnet, pesa zilikuwa zinazungumuza. Hebu tueleze sasa, Now hii ni 1.1. First year.
Hii ni maajabu. Let me tell you. I think one of the things that God alitupatia inatumika kama your giftings. And I always say this, I'm so gifted. And if I want to take advantage of my gifting, I can. Now, 1.1, I'm in the worship team. Now, first years have to do a presentation. Actually, this is the first time I'm actually going outside there to really... No, actually, I got a first year's presentation. Ilikuwa men Sunday service.
Okay, all right.
Now, on the men Sunday service, because I was one of the gents that sing, I was given the chance to lead praise and worship. And also, I sang the special. Tulimba ngoma ya imekuwa muda sasa baba ngaye Yesu wangu. So the ladies were like, yeah. And now, let me tell you, wanaume wakiimba na wasichana wapige nduru, it can only mean two things. It's either they love God so much, they love your voice.
Mumesikia wasichana? It said
the ladies were like, yeah. So it got into my head. So this lady comes to me. This lady comes to me straight.
On the pulpit?
No, the pulpit. After the pulpit now.
Uh-huh.
She's like, where have you been? We've not seen you. Umekuanga wapi? And I'm like, no, I just joined campus this year. Like, what? When is fresher? Yeah, hapana unatudanganya. We maybe rona nini Moi kulikuwa na off sessions na on session.
Yeah.
So unapata kuna time umemaliza first year, then you take a long holiday, then second year. So alikuwa zile like, no, wewe ni kama ulikuanga but time niliingia huko. No. I've been here. So this lady calls me for lunch.
Hey, this is a second year, first year, third year.
Third year.
Sasa ni third year anaita
nimekula lunch ya third year mob kushinda first year. First year ni kama wako wanajua.
Madam, ninyi ukulanga lunch. Sasa sikizeni hapa ni Glenn anakula lunch.
So this idea calls me for lunch. I go eat lunch, blah blah blah. Then tukapiga story mpaka jioni. Hii bado ni hostel juu nilihama away from hostels in 1.2 because I felt like hostels ilikuwa inanifunga. So nikiwa kwa room yake pale
nataka freedom
nikiwa room yake pale I think Uthadi alinipatia stories zingine zenye hata pia zilinishtua. Sijui kama inafaa kusema kwa TV lakini let me use it in let me say it in English so that it makes sense.
Fungua roho bro.
So this lady told me that, Glenn, I know you're saved. I know you sing in church. But just a reminder, that thing is not only for urinating. Nilikaa hivi chini kwa like,
ameniambia.
By the way, una make sense.
Ala.
Situfukuze roommate wako. So that was another time nili exile. Separating my rooms. So by the time nakupata hizi 3 scenarios, kumbuka nime-exile watu hostel, kuna hostel K ya Madem, hostel L ya Madem, na kwetu pia hostel D nime-exile wase. Now that's when I realized, by the way, we need to take this career
to another level, another step.
Let me now tulianza kuambiwa kwamba for a guy to be loved by women, number 1, you need to have a gift. Now number 2, have stories. Number 3, have a laptop. And number 4, ishi nje.
Hapana mambo ya hostel.
Ishi nje. Sasa unaona nikiingia kuishi nje, nikaingia na kuishi na beshte yangu. Okay, beshte yangu jejua hii. Lakini washa leo tufugue tuko kwa unspoken truth. Nikienda kuishi nje, nilichukua a guy who was playing our bass guitar. That guy was true, man. Mwamini, shout out, man. Huyu jamaa alikuwa mtrue kwa mambo ya Kristo, alikuwa mtrue. He has been true to the word until today. So
sasa hapa hivi tuna wawili true to the word.
Yeye alikuwa so true to the word. Sasa mimi niko pale, he does not know my dark side. So tumerentisha kahao pale 1.2. Mimi pale niko zile za like sasa huku sasa tumetengeneza Wembley Stadium. Yeah.
Mechi cheze.
Nimetaja Wembley Stadium because hapo ndio the great Manchester United walipiga ile team nyingine yenye inanga mafans tukashinda FA. Now back to now after I recognize the great team.
I'm telling you right here it's fire.
Let me now go back to Wembley. So I created Wembley. Now from there now sikuwa sasa na pick. So kama ni first year, ni kama ni second year, ni third year, tuna flow. Tuna flow. So tuli flow na huko nje sasa
ati mkulima hachagui jembe
ukipata mkulima anachagua jembe huyo ajui kulima.
Sisemi kitu
so it was actually huko nje it was easier because now the line was ladies really loved guys who stayed out. So na mtu msichana anakuja kuuliza ati hey Glenn unaishi wapi? Naishi kwanza ilikuwa inaitwa University View. Naishi University View. Alafu tena waribu useme kwa one bedroom.
Sisi
mabombe ni ndio wale kusema.
Walikuwa nakuja mbio. It was so easy. And then imagine unaambia tu msichana ati hey, unaweza kuja to watch movie. Alafu anakuuliza wapi? Kwangu. Hostel ama? Hapana. Sasa mtu kama mimi nakukalia mchana kwa.
hiyo ni line kivyake.
Hiyo ni line kivyake. Sasa mimi nikae chini nateseka tunapika na coil surely. Who cooks with coil? Mimi umejua mimi napikanga na gas. Na kwanza niko na tubana. Na yani inamaanisha naweza kuwa napika nyama huku unapika ugali this side.
You na ni
by the time
wadada.
unamaliza unaweza kuwa unapika ugali this side nikipika nyama hii side ako kwako.
Alright.
Ashafika. So really your period ya 1.2 it was amazing. And then you see if you have confidence nobody really knows kama uko first year.
Yeah.
Because third year. Then I used to have a fake age nilikuwa natumia. So
Fake age. Mnasikia? Una fake mpaka age.
Hata sahi there are
Hey!
hata sahi not sahi that's not practice.
Hey, yeah.
But hata sahi watu wakiniangalia kuna wenye the guys who still ask me Glenn bono jawa, then I'm like hey yo mcha vile mimi ni mdogo hata kitovu haijapona baada hata sijamaliza kunyonya alafu ananiambia ati nioe
Ati you fake it till you
then
make
they
it.
look at my face wako like what but Glenn unaka old niko like that hiyo ni kutu kuni insult ama because there's a time nikiingia Nairobi before when I tried to now get back into the dirty waters nilienda nikamwambia dem fulani niko 27 na hiyo time nilikuwa 24 nalingia box deadly lakini ni tu vile God alikuwa ananisaidia. Kuna zile times zenye God una form alafu ukiwa unda form alafu dem akwambia ati mamake amemtuma abruptly ni God amemtuma abruptly. Ni God protect. So that was me. When I count the number of exiles nimepiga ziko more. I can't put them in anini. And when I count the number of exiles nimepigwa I think pia ziko more. Some other stories tutapiga kwa
ilikuwa teamwork.
Some other stories tutapiga in some other cases because there are other cases where hatukuwa tunapiga exile. Tulikuwa tunapiga collab. So what you do I had a roommate who shared the same vision with me. So this ile vision yetu tuko nayo tulikuwa tunatoka kwa hostel then tunatafuta room yenye kuna wasichana wawili wenye who can give in quickly then tunaona kuna haja tukutoe tukupeleke kwa baridi na tunaweza lala kwa nyumba wote wawili yani like share
Ni teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Sharing is caring.
So tuko tunaingia tuko zile za like hey yo are you game and like yeah niko game wewe uko game yeah so I think we'll use this hostel
Do you hear that? Uko ama hauko?
nakwambia ukituona tuna preach tunahubiri saa hii ni God manze.
Hey. Sasa now that's Glenn, huh? My ex na my crush. I hope you're glued on that screen. Now Felix, huh? Felix.
Disclaimer to my
Ama natudanganya kama wewe ni crush wa Felix, ex wa Felix.
ngoja tuweke
Mimi
disclaimer
nangoja hizo comments.
disclaimer to my crush. Kwa sasa nimeokoka napenda Yesu ni Bwana na Mwokozi wa maisha yangu nimechange. Thanks.
Hey, that's Glenn for us in studio today. Now Felix. Sasa wewe umepigwa exile when you are only 3 days old in campus. Umetoka high school and the way you always look forward to joining in campus. How did that impact your campus life?
It was shattered. Truth is it was shattered. I was like kwani nimeletwa wapi huko? Because okay personally unajua kuna ile unakuwa kama umekuwa kwa some certain rules to a point that you unaanza kuongelesha mtu ni kama wewe ulilala na Mungu jana. You get that part.
Nasikia unaongelesha mtu ni kama ulilala na Mungu jana.
Yeah. You become the judge. It's like you are judging somebody. So I used to feel that. I actually in campus the first 1.1 I didn't talk to me.
You were wale silent.
And then nilikuwa nimekasirika because of what was happening. Now what made me move out me to a point when even the freshers nilikuwa nao kina Moses they decided to join the game. So walikuwa wanaleta. So unapata I'm the only guy who is being like look see for yourself. See for yourself. So it was so hard for me. I moved away. Now after kutoka I remember I was approached na CU leader. She came and she talked to me. Akaniuliza what happened. Now this is after the complaints and so forth, and hiyo seminar imeisha. So nikaitwa kuongea. No, like I used to complain, like literally I used to complain, and I was not alone. Unawasikia vitu wanafanya, I wasn't alone.
Yani kuna watu wanafanya dhambi huku nje alafu yeye anapigwa therapy.
Yeye anapigwa therapy.
Ashwali.
Nani alikuwa kupigwa therapy?
So she talked to me, and actually that's when that's when I joined CU. So nika join, I used to serve even at home before I joined, in high school, home, church, nilikuwa kwa Muimbi. So kujoin sasa hapo ndo nikaanza na mimi kupata that openness. Now I'm at a place where I'm leading songs. Ikafika mahali like every time I have to lead, venye alisema, with talent you have access. Kwanza in campus ukiwa na talent, you're accessing anything, even in the kingdom of God or kingdom of Satan. Una access anytime.
Sasa wewe uko access mademu. Unajua vile mademu wanapenda, wale wanapenda kuimba sasa.
That's where I come. So after starting kuimba unapata ladies be like, can you sing? And they want to come.
Can you sing for me?
Yeah, hizo requests. Can you mtu anakutumia ngoma ya Diamond? Actually that's when I started kuimba bongo. Mtu anakutumia ngoma anakuambia listen to this, you sing for me. Yeah. We sometimes wako wapi hao?
Na sasa unaweza imba bongo ama huwezi imba bongo?
Situacha nayo maneno kwanza.
Saizi
anaweza bonga.
Unajua mtu anakutumia anakuambia shika, unashika. Now that time, that's when sasa mimi nikaanza kuwa open na wasichana. It was almost. Hey Felix, did you have sisters? 9.
All right.
9. Yeah.
You had 9 sisters.
She had 9 sisters.
Okay.
Now I have 8.
All right. Sasa Glenn. Now first year.
Glenn, no.
First year ni kupiga tu ma exile mpaka umetafuta Wembley ndio kusema
sasa.
So now tell me, I know ulifika mahali, did it go I know you felt how you felt. Ulikuwa una feel like, I don't know how you felt, refreshing, maybe it was enjoyable. Now what was the turning point? Did you at some given point have to rethink? Easy kupiga exile, nimepigwa sana pia easy exile. Did you have maybe to rethink?
No, you see, I think the first times I felt guilt because I remember I felt guilt because what my mom taught me was not what I was actually practicing. Then when I proceeded, now it became normal, because now there comes a point, the only times you feel guilty is we always feel guilty as Christians when we're between guilt and grief. So like, nimefanya dhambi, then they're like, oh God, I'm so sorry. But I think the first time I tried, then later on, I think it became a norm. So I could sing in church, but at the same time indulge. And I used to feel nothing. My spiritual self was numb. Like sifeel kitu.
Normal.
Normal like kawaida. After church I could even text. Because it was like, hey, can we meet? Nimetoka ku lead.
Umetoka pulpit.
Then after, so it happened.
And it didn't affect you like you're stepping on that pulpit. Kuna mtu hapo chini anakuangalia, this guy.
No, there's when you're getting into it for the first time, it affects you. You start thinking about what people are thinking. Outside here, people when we are mostly goats, we don't care what the other goat is doing. As long as we're being led by a goat, we're okay. But now you see, it came to a point where we had to, I had to, how do you call it? When sheep started realizing that I'm now becoming a goat, now there was a problem. Now we started having men meetings. Now I think there's this book that we used to do for Bible study, ilikuwa Purity.
So that's for your men meeting?
Yeah, for our men meeting. My friend, I had scriptures, palms in my hands. I answered all the questions right on purity. What should be done and what not should be done.
While you're doing the
I was so loud when it came to telling people that when you have sex before marriage, the Bible calls it fornication.
Tuna preach water, tuna drink wine.
After I preached fornication, I go and fornicate. But this time round, it was different because the word hit me. Actually, that was the time I understood the word of God is like a double-edged sword. Inakata kuwili. Inakata. That day, the word ilinikata fiti. And I started, I think I started your journey ya kujitoa katika
self-realization and then
now the first place I went to was to start apologizing to the girls.
Do you hear that?
Let me tell you, I have a book. I didn't just carry it. I have a notebook that I wrote all. I think we were in church and the pastor was preaching and saying, write the ladies that you think you have soul ties with. I was writing. Wengine nikasahau majina. I was like, wait. Nakumbuka hii.
Yaani hadi umesahau majina nini?
Yeah, so niliandika nikaandika. Then after I finished writing the names, bado kuna zingine nilikuwa nafanya kazi kuandika. So ikani hit. Niko like
unaangalia ndio uko like huyu ni mimi.
One by one, nianze ku apologize to them. So we did apologies to most, if not all.
Guys, how do you start?
No, be sure. Then the last apology that I made to my girlfriend by then. I had a girlfriend. Now, I had a girlfriend that we were trying to do things the pure way because we met in church. So Staki ajue my dark side. So you can't request. So
if you go full stop people once.
Lazima afiche white.
But she sees me in church, she hears me preach, then I hear her share the word. So I was like, I think we can work out something here as adults, something that leads to marriage. I mean, I really enjoyed seeing couples who found themselves in campus, then they go get married. It was so nice. So I'm looking at this Chile, then I'm like, I think let's just do it the right way. But on the other side, I'm messing up. So I went to this girl and come here too. This is what is happening. I'm so sorry. I've wasted your time 8 months. This is what has been happening. 8 months. I know it was hard for her. I didn't say my hair, but because that would be too selfish. Yo, I need to work. You need a good man.
You don't deserve me. You deserve
I need to work on myself. You know, I need to work on my salvation and fear and traveling. So doing that, I think I found peace. Then I went back to God. Now with grief now. Started crying. No. There's a time I sat down now in my bed because Zilas are like now telling God, no God, this is what has happened. Now I'm coming back as your son. I know David did A, B, C, D and you accepted him.
Kwanza hiyo part ya kulinganisha manze.
So
I was a pro.
So I'm not using this so that I mess up then come back as David. But because Zilas are like in the same measure of grace she poured out to David. Just be gracious to me, and then I think it's high time I also worked on myself so that I don't, you know, kuna hii phrase wanasema kwamba don't fuel the fire that God is trying to quench. So I really needed to stop fueling the fire. That's why in campus later on tukaform kitu tulikuwa tunaitaka Kamjesh. So Kamjesh was there so that if you're a guy and a lady has visited you at your place, so you do it's a 911. So you call, then they'll come. Now Kamjesh was a team of our Bible study. So they'll come, then tupike, tukule. Msichana amekataa kutoka. Bible study, guys. So we used to tunaanza Bible study hapa. Ina irritate dem
mpaka aishie.
Lakini kuna moja tulipiga Bible study mpaka dem akaokoka.
Wow.
Unasikia sasa hapa tumeanza kufish souls.
So Kamjesh ilitusaidia for a while until they got to a period where I was also a member. Sasa mimi ni staunch member wa Kamjesh. Hata mimi pia ukiwa na house call unaweza nipigia. hello Glenn, niko kwa shida.
Kuja.
There's a guy amekata kutoka kwangu.
Come.
Why no more?
Rescue mission.
Rescue team, twende. So tunakimbia, we come to your place. We just come randomly kama
Jeshi
knock,
imepiwa.
hi. Hey, how are you guys? Ni nini? Then a team tumekuja na food. Si tuko tunakuja na food, tumebeba nyama. Okay, mimi kitu moja nitawaambia tu for real. Sikuwa inama kampo. Let's come back. Sikuwa inama. We had food. And I realized that the only way to have food in campus continuously is to actually share the little that you have.
That's true.
So the little that I had, I used to share it. So that alafu tulikuwa na brotherhood. So kama mimi ndo nimekosa, the little that the neighbor has will share. So tulikuwa tunakuja na kanyama, unga ya ugali, tunapika. Madem na wanaume wanaokoka kwa kamjeshi. So it was so amazing.
Interesting. Now this is Glenn ametoka kupiga exile, kupigana. Now sasa ni 911 ni rescue team. Felix.
Yes.
After all those hiyo kupigwa exile, what can you tell that fresher mwenye anangoja September ndio hiyo sasa aingie huko?
You know, things are different. Mimi, I learned something actually after it was so much for me. I think God works in his own ways. Ilifika time nikakosa school fees completely. So I had to go back home. So kurudi home, and then that's when I realized my spiritual level is hakuna. So I had to sit down with my bishop and they were teaching me hata kuimba wakanikazia. I wouldn't sing. Na unajua nimetoka kampo, mimi ndo ule superstar. But nafika home nimekaziwa live, siwezi imba. So nikaanza kufunza. So when I came back, I was so refreshed and I was so different. I think me going home because of lack of school fees, it was a journey. It was a turning point for me to realize some of the things that I thought I knew and I didn't know, and also it helped me to know how to live in the campus. So it is just you having your own standards, and just the constitution is the Bible.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my brother Felix. Glenn.
Lakini hata wewe,
turning point.
hebu ngoja hata wewe. Unaweza sota na upige mtu exile.
I have to salvage myself on this one now.
No, sometimes God uses poverty.
Yes.
Glenn, shut up.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, sikuwa nimesota. It was just a moment that happened, and I think it had a reason, as I say.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but mimi kuinama kampo nilinama maybe 3 to 4 days.
Zile days bado ulikuwa
Zile
fresh,
days
hujui how to maneuver.
No, hata nikiwa fresh I was so okay. Hapo time before sasa niambiwe wewe enda nyumbani, it's not working. I had to defer.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
before the financial issues.
Yeah,
Glenn,
but-
turning point yako unaweza ambiaje huyo brother yako hapo campus mwenye pia ako right now ako pale place ulikuwa ngambaka umetafuta Wembley, unaweza ambiaje huyo brother sahi?
Now one, I'll speak to the ones wenye bado are clean. Kindly. Our brother is a testament that actually you can do it. You can do campus clean. For those wenye are in it, it's never too late to leave.
Yeah, sure.
It's never too late to turn a new leaf. I know one of the things that runs in our minds, especially during the part where we are doing all this, I know even to the the most wicked human being, one of the things tunakuwa na ile conscience that tells you that this is not the right path. I think get a friend who is actually not in it.
Yeah.
Number 2, I think it's easier to put firewood in this fire. Juu tunakuanga tumekaa na wase wanakuambia vile wanapiga exile.
Manze.
So look for guys who have either walked out of it or guys who are actually not walking in that journey. And in this case, look for born again believers who are actually practicing scripture, like my brother here. Then number 3.
Thank you, my brother.
Then number 3. After all this, after you found that, because it's now, I know a lot of sex now becomes a mental disorder. A lot of sex is a mental disorder. So you realize after you found all these people walking the journey, be intentional with the word. Read the Bible. Soma Biblia. Actually, the easiest way kutoka kwa fornication ni kusoma Biblia.
The Bible.
Yeah.
And one more thing before you just wind up, tuache kuishi life si yetu. That is what kills us.
Ni ukweli.
You want to live a life that it's not
Because
yours. You know the real you. Just be you.
Just be you.
You don't like this, just say it. You don't like it. Not
Yes.
because uko katikati ya watu wanapenda. pia wewe you need to fix yourself.
Actually, na resonate now because
just be you.
It is something that I used not to do, but I found myself doing it because I found in campus tunaambiwa kwamba kukunywa ndio form.
Manzi.
Mtu anakuja kukuuliza ati are you a virgin? Yes. Guy. How do you even stay with yourself?
Yeah.
All right. Lovely viewers, I'm telling you this show is fire. Tukiendelea tutamaliza, it will be like forever.
Just beginning.
It's when we're just it's like ndipo tunaanza sasa thank you for tuning in. This is KA Television. Hapa ndio utasikia ile ukweli yote. You will never hear it from anywhere else. You will only hear it from Unspoken Truths right here from KA Television. Don't forget to subscribe to our social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, hizo zote usisahau tafadhali. I've been your host, the one and only Joel Faith Manyonge. See you next time.